In case you're wondering what you can see from the top of Glencoe's most famous mountain, Buachaille Etive Mor, I'll give you a clue. It's absolutely everything. I can see for miles. Welcome to Scotland, and I have come to one of Scotland's most iconic locations. Yes, that's right, I'm here in Glencoe. Now, it is a magical day for doing some hill walking, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. So, in this video, I'm going to walk up to the top of Buachaille Etive Mor, probably Glencoe's most iconic mountain. And if you don't know which one it is, if you've ever driven up the Glencoe road, it's a pointed triangular one. It really stands out. It is iconic. So I'm going to walk up to the top of there. I'm hopefully then going to take some landscape photographs. And then I'm also going to tell you about the new boots I'm wearing. Now, this isn't a boot review video, but I'm going to tell you a story about why I've got these boots. And it's a story I think I need to tell because I almost did something that almost would have stopped me for some time doing the things that I love, such as photography, being outdoors, sports, all that kind of stuff. So it is an important story. And I'll tell you how you can win a pair of these boots as well. But I've got a bit of a long walk up to the top of that mountain, so I had better get cracking. I'm probably not going to do any filming because it's quite steep. I might grab some B-roll with my phone camera just to give you an idea, but I'll speak to you again when I get to the top. In case you're wondering what you can see from the top of Glencoe's most famous mountain, Buachaille Etive Mor, I'll give you a clue. It's absolutely everything. I can see for miles. Sorry to keep banging on about it, but look at that view. That is amazing. That made that walk up here well worth it. Well worth it. I mean, obviously I can't name that many of the mountains. Well, I can name a few of them. I know that that's Ben Nevis, just with a little bit of snow on the top behind the cloud, and I can see Ben Crook and way over the distance there. That's my home mountain. That's near where I grew up. So I do know a few of them. But yeah, it was a bit of a walk getting up here, a bit of scrambling, but it's well worth it for these views. Photography wise, it's okay. That's a bit of cloud forming here around me, but it was really clear when I got up here. There's a bit of cloud now, but obviously this is the middle of the day. It's not ideal time for photography, but there has been little patches of light, so I have managed to capture a few photographs, mostly been using my Nikon Z7 with the 24-120, trying to pick out some of the details, get some light on the hills. It's been okay, but I already knew that when I come up here that this was going to be more about the walk than it is about the photography. So, but I have captured some photographs, which is always a nice memento, especially when you do a big walk like this. And of course, it's been fun. And as I always say, isn't that what photography is supposed to be? hope you enjoyed those photographs. I'll hopefully take some more before I head down. Let me tell you a little bit about boots. So what had happened was, the story behind this is, I was up in Dartmoor and I went over my ankle, rolled over. It made quite a funny noise. It's a bit worried for a while, but I managed to limp back to the car, about 2 kilometres walk. So it wasn't too bad. I didn't damage it really badly, but what happened was it really knocked my confidence, because I'd never had an accident before. I'd never kind of rolled over my ankle, and it really kind of spooked me. And what I learned was that actually I think my boots were probably worn out. I mean, they weren't falling to bits, but I really liked those boots, and they're a bit like a comfortable pair of slippers. So I just kept wearing them, and in all likelihood the sole was probably worn out. You know, I wasn't getting as much support. So it's probably only a matter of time that I went over on my ankle. So I decided that I really needed to get a new set of boots. I thought I'd move on and come to a different viewpoint, because there's so many viewpoints up here. It's just so many mountains, it's amazing. So yes, I had a bit of an accident in Dartmoor, decided I needed to replace my boots. And so I got these ones here. Now, I won't give you a close-up because they have been given a bit of abuse over the last few days. I've been wearing them constantly. I've walked up 3 mountains, done 4 walks. They've gone through many bogs, particularly this morning, but my feet are bone dry. So I'll put the exact model of what Mammut boots these are along the bottom of the screen. But I didn't do what I normally do, which is just to replace the old boots by going online and just buying exactly the same boot. I decided this time that I was going to go into my local outdoor shop and get them fitted properly and get some proper advice, because I didn't want to go over my ankle again. So my local outdoor shop is a company called Taunton Leisure. I think I mentioned them before. That's where I got my tent from, so I got this lovely jacket from, I really like, keeps me nice and warm. And I went in there and they gave me a boot fitting service, completely free of charge it is. I measured my feet and we tried on some different boots, and they gave me lots of really good advice about how the boot should feel on different walking surfaces. So I was up and down there, ramp, he was showing me different ways to tie laces. I didn't know you could tie laces different ways. So I got lots of great advice, and the end result is I've got a boot that's a size bigger than I thought I actually needed. But like I say, it's been supremely comfortable. 3 mountains, 4 walks, not an ache in sight, bone dry feet. So I know I wasn't going to review them, and I'm not, because I don't know that much about boots. That's why I went into a local shop to get them. But these are really comfortable and perfect for winter, because winter is around the corner, or it is winter now, depending on when I publish this video. So I want my feet to be warm and dry, and even when I'm not here in the beautiful Scottish Highlands and I'm walking in Dartmoor, I know that my feet will be dry and I'll have plenty of support. Right, before I tell you how you can win these boots, let's do some more photography. After all, this is a photography channel. I know outdoor clothing is important. I'm quite passionate about sharing the things that I buy, not just for photography equipment, but the things that make my photography life easier, like good boots. But let's take some pictures. So what I have spotted is there's a mountain over there. No idea what it's called, sorry. If I find out, I'll put the name along the bottom of the screen. But it's got beautiful texture coming down the face, lots of rock faces and streams coming down. It's not really the type of picture that I would take. The light is quite flat, there's a bit of cloud in the peak, so I'm not entirely sure whether it's going to work. But this is one of the great things about coming out into the mountains, particularly during the middle of the day. You have to push your boundaries, take pictures that you might not normally take. It might be a black and white, I don't know. It'll either work or it don't work. That's not the point. It's a nice view. I'm going to take a picture of it, and then we'll take a little bit walk further along there, and I'll tell you how you can win a pair of these amazing boots. Okay, time for another photograph. Obviously I'm having to handhold the camera because I've only taken one tripod up. I'm not completely bonkers. So the shot that I'm going to take is looking down the ridge line here. It follows the curve round, and it's quite nice, and it opens up and you can see some of the rocky faces there, and then it opens out into the mountains. The cloud has gone really kind of flat and grey, so I have put a grad on just to pull it back a little bit, but I don't think there's anything I'm going to be able to properly recover in post-processing, but it's quite a pleasing shot. It gives a nice expansive view of the mountain. If I have another look there, I've got it all set up. I've taken most of my pictures today handheld, because it's the middle of the day. But the reason I've got it on the tripod now is this is probably one of the widest shots I've taken, so I'm going for quite a small aperture, I think f13. The light's gone down a bit, so it's a longer shutter speed. And I just wanted to make sure that I get the shot sharp as well, and I've got the polarizer on as well. Don't think it's making a lot of difference. So, but anyway, I just wanted to make sure I've got a steady shot, so that's why this one's on the tripod. We'll take the shot, and I'll pop it up on the screen. Okay, I've kept you hanging on long enough. I expect you want to know how you can win a pair of these boots. You're not winning my boots, these are my boots, I love them. You can win a brand new pair. One of the reasons I know about these boots is that Taunton Leisure did a quick look video all about these boots. It had all the tech specs in them and stuff like that. So if you actually want to know more about these Mammut boots, do check out that video. I'll include a link for it in the various locations. And anyway, so I was in there trying on the boots, doing the boot fitting service, and I got chatting to the guy, and I was telling him about my YouTube channel and about my photography, and they said, oh yeah, we're trying to grow our social media presence as well, and what we're trying to do to help drive that is we're giving away a pair of the boots. And he said, would you mind giving us a shout out? And I said, absolutely, always happy to support our local business. So here I am telling you about how you can win a pair of these Mammut boots from Taunton Leisure. So I'll include links on how to enter the competition in the video description below, so do head down there. I'll also include them on my website as well, so if you head on over there, there'll be a blog post to go with this video, so check out there. I'll include all the details there. So what have you got to lose? Someone has to win these boots, so you might as well enter, and then when you've got a good pair of sturdy footwear, you can come up here for a nice walk in the Scottish Highlands and enjoy the view. Okay, that's it from Buachaille Etive Mor. I mean, I could have explored a lot more of the mountain. I could have walked along the ridgeline, but I've just run out of time, run out of batteries as well. But I've had a fantastic time up here. The views have been outstanding. And while the photography, middle of the day stuff has been quite challenging, it's just been great to get out, go for a walk, really put my boots to test, challenge a little bit of my photography as well. But I've got that walk back down to the car. And I think when I get back, I'm going to have a nice glass of red wine. I think I deserve it. But I thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. I've got lots of other photography adventure videos. Don't all include boots, but I'll pop up some playlists in the corner of the screen. So if you've got an extra few minutes, do watch that. And if you do like this video, remember to click in like, subscribe, hit bell buttons, leave me comments, all that great stuff. But until the next video, thank you again, and I'll see you then.